Beware! You have just entered the world of pirates, world explorers, and murderous exploiters. The dark seas of history. Ahoy, me hearties! Prepare to set sail on a journey through time where the high seas were ruled by daring adventurers, ruthless pirates, and infamous exploiters. Today, we'll dive into the treacherous waters of history, uncovering tales of exploration, plunder, and bloodshed. Our voyage begins with the age of exploration. The 15th and 16th centuries saw the likes of Christopher Columbus, Vasco da Gama, and Ferdinand Magellan embarking on perilous expeditions to chart unknown territories. These men were driven by the promise of glory and riches, but their journeys were fraught with danger and death. Columbus, the man credited with discovering the New World, brought untold misery to indigenous populations, paving the way for centuries of exploitation and colonization. Magellan, the first to circumnavigate the globe, never lived to see his mission's end, falling victim to a skirmish in the Philippines. Now, let's dive into the shadowy world of pirates. The golden age of piracy, spanning from the late 1600s to the early 1700s, was a time when the Caribbean was rife with lawlessness. Figures like Blackbeard, Captain Kidd, and Anne Bonny struck fear into the hearts of sailors and merchants alike. Edward Teach, better known as Blackbeard, was a master of intimidation. With his fearsome visage and fiery fuses woven into his beard, he commanded the Queen Anne's Revenge, spreading terror from the West Indies to the American colonies. Legend has it, Blackbeard would drink gunpowder mixed with rum to fuel his ferocity in battle. But not all pirates were born of villainy. Many were former sailors, forced into a life of piracy by harsh conditions and unjust treatment. For some, piracy was a desperate bid for freedom and survival. Yet, their actions were no less brutal. Plundering ships, seizing cargo, and leaving no witnesses were common practices. William Kidd, once a respected privateer, met a tragic end. Accused of piracy and murder, Kidd was tried and hanged in London. His execution served as a grim warning to others who dared defy the law of the sea. While pirates and explorers sailed the Atlantic, the Indian Ocean and the coasts of Africa saw their own brand of exploitation. The notorious pirate Henry Every captured the Mughal ship Ganj-e-Sawai, laden with riches. His crew committed atrocities that would ignite an international manhunt, marking him as one of the most wanted men of his time. Every's daring heist netted unimaginable wealth, but his legacy was one of horror and cruelty. His fate remains a mystery as he vanished into the annals of history, leaving behind a trail of blood and gold. As our journey draws to a close, we reflect on the dual nature of these seafaring figures. Explorers and exploiters, heroes and villains, their stories are etched into the very fabric of our history. They remind us of the price of ambition, the lure of the unknown, and the darkness that can reside in the human heart. So next time you hear the crash of waves or feel the salt in the air, remember the tales of those who dared to conquer the seas. Until our next voyage, fair winds and following seas, my friends. Subscribe and hit the bell icon for more epic tales from history. Until then, stay curious and keep exploring.